I'm starting a new reading challenge. For this challenge, I'm going to read Wuthering Heights by Emily Brontë. At first, I planned to read another classic, Middlemarch by George Eliot, but the physical copy I ordered hasn't arrived yet. So I decided to start with Wuthering Heights instead. This is actually the book I wanted to read for a long time, and I've never read it before. I still have 4 days left of my spring break plus today. My cat is arriving here. After that, I will be back in school and busy with other things. So for this challenge, I'm not going to set a strict daily goal. Instead, I will try my best to finish the book in as few days as possible. Let's see how long it takes. I will update my daily progress, how many pages I write each day, and also share my thoughts about the book along the way. Have you read Wuthering Heights? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. So, day 1 starts now. It's day 2. Yesterday on day 1, I read the 50 pages of Wuthering Heights. I'm now on page 56, 13% of the book. Since the novel was published in 1847, the writing style is not that easy to read. So far, the story follows Mr. Lockwood, who is the narrator at the beginning of the novel. He visits Mr. Heathcliff and the people living in his house, Wuthering Heights. The behavior of the people he meets there is very strange. They seem rude, careless, and mysterious. After returning home, Mr. Lockwood asks the housekeeper, I don't remember the name, to tell him Mr. Heathcliff's background and the history of the family. Right now, I'm still reading the part where she's telling the story of the family. I will keep reading today and see how far I can get. It's day 3. Yesterday, I read 56 pages of Wuthering Heights. Now I'm on page 112, 27% through the book. The story is still being told by the housekeeper as she explains the history of Heathcliff and the family to Mr. Lockwood. So far, she has been describing the relationship between Cassie and Heathcliff and the strong emotions they have for each other. She also talks about how bad their father treated them, especially Heathcliff. It's interesting to see how their childhood and family environment affect their personalities. This is my first time reading this book, and I haven't watched the movie either, so I really have no idea what will happen next. I'm looking forward to the story. I will keep reading and update again tomorrow. It's day 4. Yesterday on day 3, I read 24 pages. I'm now on page 136, 34% of the book. The story is becoming more and more interesting. It's starting to turn into a complicated relationship between Heathcliff, Cassie, and her sister-in-law. I'm not sure what Heathcliff is really thinking or feeling. which makes the story even more intriguing. The emotions between the characters are very intense right now, and the tension in the story is definitely building. I'm very curious to see what will happen next. I will keep reading today. My cat is so cute. It's day 6 since I started reading Wuthering Heights. It's a super sunny day today. Yesterday on day 5, I read 34 pages. This morning after I woke up, I read 32 pages. I'm now on page 236, 59% of the book. My plan is to wake up early and read in the morning. That way I can still do other things during the day, but continue making progress with my reading. That's the plan for now. As for the story, I don't want to spoil anything, but I feel like the characters in the book show parts of human nature that are still true today. It shows how people sometimes show their struggles or weakness through anger or even worse behaviors. It also shows how a person's childhood, the environment they grow up in, and the character of their parents can shape who they become as adults. Those are my thoughts about the story so far. I will keep reading and enjoy the nice weather. I will show you my cat. She's playing, enjoying the sunshine. Very cute. It's day 8. Yesterday on day 7, I read 35 pages. I'm now on page 295, 74% of the book. At first, I thought this book would be difficult to read, but the more I read, the easier it feels. There are many conversations between the characters, and the story is not as complicated as I expected. Right now, the story focuses on the relationship between young Catherine and young Heathcliff. I'm a little confused why the children have the same name as the older characters. The story is still exploring the personalities of the young characters and how their personalities influence their actions. I really like young Catherine. She seems wise but also very kind. I will keep reading. It's day 9 and it's a very sunny day. Yesterday on day 8, I read 46 pages. I'm now on page 341, 85% of the book. I only have about 50 pages left. I will probably finish the book today. The story is very emotional right now. While reading, I keep thinking how Heathcliff can be so cruel. At the same time, I feel part of his behavior comes from love, the love he could never truly have. Because he cannot get the love he wants, his pain turns into anger. And that anger eventually turns into something darker. Young Catherine's attitude toward Heathcliff is also very interesting. She's neither humble nor arrogant. When she faces him, she seems calm and confident in her own way. Here is a quote from her. Mr. Heathcliff, you have nobody to love you, and however miserable you make us, we shall still have the revenge of thinking that your cruelty arises from your greater misery. You are miserable, are you not? Lonely like the devil, and envious like him. Nobody loves you, nobody will cry for you when you die. I wouldn't be you. I will keep reading. I finished reading Wuthering Heights and I really loved the book. I keep wondering how Emily Brontë was able to write such a powerful story with such vivid characters. While reading, I kept thinking about human nature and how deeply the novel explores people's emotions and motivations. It wasn't a book that I loved from the very beginning. At first, it felt a little difficult and confusing, but as I kept reading, my interest in the story grew more and more. By the end, I reached the ending. Everything came together and I understood the full story. That made the experience more satisfying. In total, it took me 9 days to finish the book, and it was definitely worth the time. I know some readers can finish a book like this in 1 or 2 days. But if you have a busy schedule, it's totally okay to spend 1 or 2 weeks to finish a book. Even reading a few pages in the morning or at night can slowly add up. Before you know it, after a week or 2, you have finished the whole book, and that's still great progress. I hope this video is helpful or maybe inspired you to start reading as well. I hope you found a great book to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.